Some might even call this one a tradition unlike any other. It is the meeting of the minds. Andrew Dewey Wingard on 1010XL. How are you, sir?
I'm good. The granddaddy of them all.
Truly the granddaddy of them all because, am I about to say this? You and Josh are only behind Logan for the longest tenured players on this team.
Yeah.
When I say that, what comes to mind?
Well, I want to be known as a winner in Jacksonville. That's what I want, and I know that's what Josh wants too, and we're going to go do it.
Since the last time we spoke, what's changed? Here, personal life, what have you done? Anything that's cool? Just take the question however you want.
Yeah, kind of had a catharsis, kind of a rebirth, if you will. Had a lot of time to think with my knee and just feeling really mentally refreshed. Really, I almost feel like a rookie in a way of my mindset and how I'm going about my business. I'm just playing ball and just going wherever it takes me. And that's what that knee injury did to me. I really got better at football by not even playing football. It's kind of crazy how when you just sit around, your perspective changes. And, I've had a lot of good visuals in my head, and it's translated into good stuff. So just trying to take it day by day. And off the field, still just nothing changes off the field. Golf, video games, got a lady in my life.
All right, we like that.
Praise Jesus.
Yep,
so that's about it.
Yeah, I love it. So with that said, this reawakening of sorts, how does that maybe is it affirmed by the new coaching staff, by the people who've come into this building, kind of your perspective on football? How do those two things juxtapose or maybe match?
Sometimes, the world will meld itself if you have that belief in your head, and you can crystallize any sort of thing that you believe. So who knows? Maybe I'm just kidding. Maybe I'm the reason for all. Maybe my thinking's maybe my reason's the think. Right. My thinking's the reason for all of this. Right. No, but it feels really cool because I'm feeling like we have really good NFL football coaches who understand the NFL, who understand how to teach players how to play NFL football, and it's really fun, honestly, right now. This defense is like really fun to play in, and nothing's going to be given to us. You got to go win, but I know guys are bought in and stuff. And then again, the cool part, you don't see a new regime come into a team yet have a team still have kind of a lot of its core players. So it's like this newness, but with all the same people. So it's actually expedited the process a lot because you don't have to really get to know your teammates as much anymore. So to where now it's just okay, we can go crystallize this vision that all these coaches have for us. So I think that's been the coolest part.
And to your point, emphasis on NFL football coaches. This is, at least from my purview, from what I've seen in the last 6 months or so, these are coaches who are okay with adapting, who say, hey, this is where the league is going. This is what our personnel matches. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. And that's what I think is the coolest part is they're not just going to be set in stone on we're running this, we're doing that. Like you said, they're going to, who do we have on our roster? What are other teams doing with maybe they don't have this guy or that guy, but they have this guy, So I think that's kind of been the coolest part. And they're just real. They're really real. And that's how the NFL should be. You got to go perform. And again, you can never speculate because, everyone's in a camp right now saying we got great players, great coaches. Everyone's feeling good about themselves. You know how it goes. Those first 4 games and the season begins and wins and losses start racking up. It's that's what you got to go do. And I think that's where I think this team will be the best because we have so much experience, from 2022, 2023, whether it's good experience or bad experience. I think we have guys that are going to learn from everything. So combine that with these coaches. Excited.
Coach Camp's gotten a lot of play, needless to say. Tell us about who is one defensive coach, or offensive for that matter, who maybe the world needs to know a little bit more about that you can tell us a little bit more about, illustrate more.
Well, I guess I already talked about Camp, but
you can talk about Camp.
Can I talk about Camp? Well,
yeah,
Camp's really cool because back to my point, he's been a position coach, now he's a coordinator, and he's been under really good defensive coordinator. So he's got this he knows the X's and O's. He understands, how teams are going to attack him, but at the same time, he knows how to coach players on how to play. So, I had a really good position coach my rookie year in Joe Dana, and he taught me how to play NFL football. And that's what I've been talking about. Camp has all these little sound bites and all these little nuances that click, things that you see, how you move, stuff like that. So I think that's been the coolest part. And then again, he's really smart. He'll probably play it off that, he's just a, rah-rah guy, typical defensive coordinator, you know, but he's like really, really smart, and it's super fun, like being in there watching film with him. And like and I didn't even know this about him. He coached offense for a long time. So he's very smart. And again, I don't want to, not trying to put any pressure on him, but we could be really dialed. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. I mean, started as a high school coach.
Yeah.
Someone who had to earn their way, just like you talk about all the time. When you've had to earn your way, maybe the approach is a little bit different.
Yep, absolutely. And that's the key to this thing, is learning every day. You know, you might come out here and have a bad day, but you can't get down on yourself. You got to be resilient, and that's how he is. And I think he's really good at motivating the guys, whether we have a good day or a bad day. He comes in and gets us fired up, ready to go, and excited to train.
Walk me through the safety room. A lot of different pieces.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of guys, a lot of good players. You know, Eric Murray, great player. Love the way he goes about his business. He's like a pro's pro. Sav has played a ton of football. Fast guy, can cover, do everything. Antonio Johnson, long, you know, a little inexperienced, obviously, but coming off a year where he learned a lot. Still a great player. Daniel Thomas can play safety just as much as he can play special teams. You know, you got these young cats coming in here, Caleb and Rayon, who are getting their feet wet. But you can see Caleb, he's a smooth operator. I think he's going to be a really good player. And then even Cam Craig out of CU, smart guy, kind of reminds me of myself coming out. Always going to be where he's at, do his job, and it's exciting. You know, and iron's going to sharpen iron and bring out the best. And there's definitely no egos in our room at all. That's the best part. Is like, you know, guys are going to make the team. Guys are going to go elsewhere. Doesn't matter. We're all here working right now, and there's no bad blood anywhere, and it's just fun to come to work with these guys every day.
Big picture for you, for Josh, Logan, the guys who've been here for a while. What is the difference? Like, can you put it into words? Like, why? And I don't want to put pressure on it, but like, why is this combination of coaches and players? Like, why is this where you feel like, hey, we might be dialed in here?
Well, and again, I'm actually going to counter you and say I'm not even going to answer that, because wins and losses, that's literally the only thing that matters. Whether we can go out wake up on a Sunday, put our cleats on, and go win a football game will be the only thing that's going to matter at all this year. So it's on us, and that's how it should be. But we have great coaches. We're super excited. The energy's there, but it's on us.
What golf courses are we hitting this summer?
Well, it was going to be Cimarron, but I played there the other day, and I'm putting on sand. So it's like, what are we doing?
I know.
Now, and I hate to do this and tell everyone that Hyde Park is so dialed now. Hyde Park
that's your course.
Yeah, Hyde Park used to be where nobody ever went, and now they got the best greens, the best course. I mean, it's a fantastic track. The guys over there have done a great job. Don't say I didn't say anything to you.
You're staying here, though. You're golfing here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go home for a little bit. I actually have my major of all majors this weekend out in Nebraska. Me and my dad got the 2-day Father's Day scramble, where it's pretty cutthroat. Yeah. So super excited for that. But I'll be back here probably after the 4th of July, getting my work in before camp, and I'll be hitting Hyde Park, PV. PV's private, so I just hop on Walker's back or Trevor's back, and can you give me a tee time? But if there was any one place, it'd be Hyde Park. Okay.
Well, if anybody else has a PV bag that you can hop on,
absolutely.
You know where to find
them.
them.
Timaquana, Deerwood, anywhere. You just call me.
Just give Dewey a call.
Yep.
Hit him straight.
Cheers.
We'll see you in July.
You too.
Appreciate you. Hey, Mia here, and thanks so much for watching 1010XL Jaguars. For even more coverage of the Big Cats, be sure to subscribe to 1010XL Jaguars.